Hi, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Thursday and I have a project for you. This is one that I have been excited to share with you. I'm going to show you a card that I think is how many of you found me just in the last couple months. It's been so fun to have more people joining me, watching my videos, commenting on them. And so I'm going to switch the camera around so we can get started. All right. So I think many of you started following me because of this design here. All right. It's called the Arrow Fold. These are made with the Delicate Dreams Designer Series paper, the Words and Wishes set for the words, the dies. There we go, dies. Here's one that says thank you. And then I did one with the new Watercolor Retreat, I believe is the name of the paper. Waterside Retreat. All right. So see this fun arrow design. And after I did this, I got to thinking, well, this was really cool. Could I turn it around? So I'm going to show you today. I waited because I did a demonstrator event last weekend and I didn't want them to see the video before I showed it at the meeting. So I finally get to show it today. All right. So I have a piece of paper. It's 4 1/4 by 11 and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And we're going to do the pencil marks together here in a minute. And then I have a piece of white paper that's 4 by 5 1/4 and a piece of designer series paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so if you remember with the other arrow design, we need to mark the center. So we're going to go back to My Misty Moonlight paper. This is 4 1/4. So halfway is actually 2 1/8, which is the second line here. The first line is a 16th. This, I'm going to mark it right there. And I'm going to turn it this way. We're going to go to 2 3/4, and we're going to mark it at the top and the bottom. Top and bottom. All right. Now, so while we're marking things, we need to mark the bottom on both of these, and we're going to mark them at 2 because this piece is 4 inches wide, and the same thing with the white paper. And I'll show you an alternate for the inside. This paper, the white is for the inside, but I'm going to show you an alternate way to do that as well. All right, so we're going to go back to the Misty Moonlight paper. Going to make sure the cutter is out of the way. I have a design to show you when I messed up and did the cutter too. I have so many samples to show you at the end, so make sure you stay till the end. All right, so I lined up the center 2 pencil marks and I did a score line. Now I'm going to slide it so the 5 1/2 and the halfway here, the 2 1/8. And we're going to score it like that. Now we're going to turn around and do the exact same thing on the other side. We're going to go from the 2 1/8 up to the 2 3/4. Oops. And then we're going to go up to the 5 1/2. Hold it a little bit so I can see it better. Oh, all right. From the 2 1/8 up to the 5 1/2. All right, there we go. We're going to score that. All right, so now we have our score marks. So now we're going to burnish. So we're going to come in this way and go out with that fold, and then do the same thing on the other side. Oh, goodness, that didn't line up right, did it? Good. Oh, I didn't do it on the score line. There we go. Makes a difference if you follow the line, doesn't it? All right. There we go. That looks right. All right. And then the burnish here. I have to tell you, I followed racing my whole life. My parents raced me on races. And there's something about the front of this just reminds me of a race car, a dragster. All right. So I'm going to grab my bone folder now. We're going to burnish this really well. We got that nice point there at the end. All right. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again. And this time it's going to be with the cutter. So we're going to grab the cutter here. And we're going to go to that pencil mark here. We put at 2. And we're going to tilt the paper so it goes from that 2-inch pencil mark up to the point. Then we're going to turn and do the exact same thing on the other side. And then the exact same thing with the designer series paper from the 2-inch up to the point, and then from the 2-inch to the point. What I love about this is it gives it a really unique look. It looks difficult, but as I've shown you, it is so easy to do. These 2 pieces here are the outside of the white. You don't need those, so you can put those over to the side. All right, so now we're going to do some gluing. And these are the floating devices, I guess would be the right term. When you're boating, we've got the life preserver, and then we've got different, I guess, floating devices. I'm not really sure what they call those. They remind me of some of the lures and different things. My dad, when we went fishing, always had like a buoy on some of his stuff, so if it fell in the lake, it would float. And that's what these remind me of anyway. All right, so the first triangle goes right on there. Then we're going to open this up. And these 2 triangles go on the inside on the edges, like this. And your white goes in the middle, like that. See how that works? Doesn't that look pretty? Or I should say handsome, right? This is a masculine card. All right, I realized I forgot to glue these down. So we're going to go back. You do need to be careful because some of this shows up. You're not sealing the specific. Yeah, sorry guys. This piece here, you just want to do this little triangle area down here, or you're going to get glue where you don't want it. All right. That folds in, and then this folds right there. There we go. And I've got several samples, which is unusual for me. Usually I only have the card I'm making and maybe one other. But since I was doing an event for demonstrators, I made several samples. So I'm going to show you all those samples here at the end. Unfortunately, I just checked a little bit ago. I'm just erasing my pencil mark there. And this paper is back ordered right now, and I apologize for showing something that's back ordered. But if you'd like this paper, remember you want to go to the Stampin' Up! Website and let them know that you want to know when it's back in stock. They will send you an email that tells you when it's back in stock so that you can order it. All right. Now, I always tell my ladies, don't glue it down until you stamp, because you might make a mistake and need to fix it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm looking for my stamp set. Here it is. This greeting, I believe, was made just for me. because I can never get cards out on time. Right now, I have several people in May that are still waiting for a card from me because I just don't get it done. That's just all there is to it. So this greeting says, hang on, I'm lining it up here with my paper. I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. That's what I'm going with because I'm always, always late. I always have good intentions, and I usually think of people on their birthday. I just don't get their card done ahead of time. All right, so there we go. There's that card like that. And I'll tell you what I did. Some of them I put circles on, like this. This is that gorgeous paper that was $5 in the month of May. Last I looked, there was still some left. Gorgeous, gorgeous vellum. And I put white behind it. A good friend showed me that by putting the different colors of paper behind the vellum, oh my gosh, it just changes the whole look. So $75 purchase, you can get the vellum for $5 and you get several sheets in the package. So here's a happy birthday. See, there's that greeting again. So this one I designed pretty much just like that. I did a thank you. This is with the Delicate Dreams paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Here I used the same design, but I put a triangle down here to add some more color variety to the card. And then here's my fish one. This one just says, have a fabulous day. I'm dreaming that one's going to get somewhere on time. But here's my mistake. This is what happens when you cut the first cut line between the center and up here. You cut the whole piece off. So some of the ladies at the meeting liked it better without the little wings on it. So what do you think? Do you like the wings or do you like without the wings? And I hope you like this design as much as you liked my other design with the arrow card. So I hope you've enjoyed this demo. Again, if I can ever order anything for you, I would be so happy to do that. If you have questions, please reach out. Thanks. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you next week.